Hello and welcome back. In the last video, we completed our first nested family, which is the interchangeable type, where you take an element or a portion of the family and we created 3 versions of it so that we have different types for the door. In this case, different door panel types. So different paneling patterns for one door. In this case, we're going to look at another way that you can use a nested family, and that is to group or gang families or components. So we're going to use our same door. As you can see, I'm in the same wood panel file that we just created, and I'm going to place, going over to my project browser, I'm going to place the panel 1 type door. Our current panel is the panel 3 door. So I'm going to place panel 1 and I'm going to use a narrower version, the 30 by 84. And I'm going to place an instance. We're going to create these flanking our current door. And I'm just going to quickly align it to the trim that's already in there. And then add the second one by simply mirroring this across the center line of the larger door. So in this case, we have a group of doors that maybe are in an entrance or some place that you want to give a lot of emphasis on. Another time that you may be interested in using this kind of grouping is with windows. For example, if your center item was a fixed window, to either side you have 2 double hung windows flanking it. Then, even though it's all in one family, you place it in one plop. When you're working in your model, just one click and you have 3 windows placed. When you go to tag them, you can still say ABA, and that is the benefit of this grouping of families within a single family file. So just to wrap this up, let's just extend this frame just so we can clean this family up a bit so it's actually usable and presentable. So since we're changing where this frame is going to extend to, and this is currently locking these lines in place, let's just get rid of these labels or parameters for the moment so that when we go in and make edits to this extrusion, it allows us to do what we need to do. So again, let's just remove this label and just simply grab these lines and copy them over. Let me zoom in so I can get the line I'm looking for and zoom back out so I can copy them right on over. Okay, and while I still have those selected, I'm just going to mirror them across again to the other side, and we'll just do our cleanup with the trim and split tool. And now we'll just come in and split this. First time I selected it, it didn't switch into that command. And there we have it, a new family. So let's complete this extrusion. And now, of course, we'd have to do the same thing for the opposite side because right now we are on the front view of the door. So you would actually have to do the same, of course, at the back view of the door. And of course, you may be wondering why we can't see our doors on this side, and that is because we also have to modify our cut line. So Let's find it. There's our opening cut. And we also need to edit that sketch. And to know exactly where we need to be editing that sketch, let's get into wireframe mode and just drag that line right on over. Okay, so now we can see all of our doors. And we can just copy over or make the same edits. Let's go back to our hidden line view so there's no confusion to get this parameter, or excuse me, frame to match the one on the front side of the door. And the easiest way to get that accomplished is to actually do it from the plan view. But let's delete this one, and I'm just going to simply copy it over, or mirror it actually, plan view. So this is the one we've already edited. Tab to select what I'm looking for, and simply mirror it across that wall center line reference. And we can go back to the back view of the door, and as you can see, there it is, our frame. So now we have the second example of nested families. We have a grouping of doors that can be tagged individually. In our case, we'd want to tag them based on their paneling versus the type of door it is. So up next, we'll look at yet another way or another type of nested family.